Because, Jeremy, once you start this ball rolling, once people get their business up and going, they understand social media, they understand what they're supposed to be posting, what they're supposed to be doing out there, then it's like a train. You can't stop a train.
Right.
And so
it just becomes consistency.
From the grit and the grind to successful minds, live from the entertainment capital of the world, your hosts, Jillian Batchelor and Daryl Hannah.
Hey guys, it's Jillian Batchelor and
Daryl Hannah.
And Daryl Hannah, we are here with Vegas Real Talk. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We're so excited because today, what do we have? We have a special guest.
We have special guests.
Special guest. This guy is known. He wears a lot of hats, but he is real estate extraordinaire, social media guru. It is the one, the only Jeremy Lewis. Jeremy Lewis.
Thank you. I know. Where's the sound effects?
Yeah,
where's the Howard Stern show stuff?
No. Right?
That would be Cheers.
So Jeremy Lewis,
my ego's very large. I need that.
I love it. So you're a realtor also with Rothwell Gordon Companies. You've been in the business, 20 years-ish. Yeah. You're born and raised in Las Vegas, like Daryl and myself. Well, I was born in Chicago, you guys, but I've been here since I was 6. But Daryl was here.
Yeah.
Yep. So,
well, you're local.
But you've been here long enough.
But you guys were locals. I've been here since I was 6. Okay.
Exactly.
So we know everything Las Vegas real estate related. We know everything Vegas related. We're talking all the real things that are happening in Las Vegas. Daryl, what do you want to talk about today, sir?
We're going to talk about, I think we're going to talk about social media.
Well, that's why we bought the guru,
real
right?
estate and what people can do.
Thank you very much. I like that.
We got the social media man.
Say guru.
Yeah.
Guru. Well, let me tell you a little bit about Jeremy Lewis. Let me tell you about how I met this guy. First off, coolest dude. So, I mean, let's just drop the mic right there with that.
Here's your $50. Give
yeah, right.
Daryl.
Pay me under the table. But very cool, very outgoing, huge personality, you guys. And I love people with personality. You guys know me. I'm not the shy, quiet, timid
Not
type
at all.
ever. No. And so
I would, you know what? He might be like the equivalent to Jillian Batchelor, just the male version.
Oh, which
is not a lot of those people.
We had a lunch/business meeting about a year ago, and she brought one of her proteges, as well to lunch, and we were just. She's like, "You guys are going back and forth like fucking lunatics," and then she's like, "Yeah, I love it." I'm like, I love it too.
Yeah.
I like it then.
Yeah.
I mean, the
she
thing
didn't
is,
know what to do. She didn't know how to feel, and she's like, "This is how business
a lot of
done."
energy.
a lot of energy, and that's the thing. I love people with energy. I love people who, I don't care what business you're in. I don't care what field you're in, what you do. I like people who are out there. Jeremy is just kind of, he's been out there, but that's how he made his name. And that's how he made his name, through social media, you guys. So people know about the chopper. I like to compare Jeremy to the chopper. Okay. Who actually is my buddy, Josh Tobin. We'll give a shout out to Josh Tobin. Josh Tobin and
what's up, man? I remember you.
Dude, we went to high school together. We were friends. We used to hang out.
I used to love watching that show, dude. Yeah.
Chop, chop, chop. But everyone knows him. When I say the chopper, you know who I'm talking about, right?
You know he is that in the commercial in 10 years.
And exactly, yeah. I was going to say, he hasn't done a commercial in 10, 15, maybe even 20 years.
When you say Jeremy Lewis, you know
Jeremy Lewis.
Yeah.
So he's here with us today. So we're talking about social media. We're talking about how you build your business. And you guys, in this day, age, and form that we live in right now, I swear, I think websites are almost getting antidated. You need to go and check some on social media. When we go to hire people, Daryl, what do we do? The first thing we do is go on their social media page. Are they doing keg stands? Are they in their,
right.
their
I don't go look at
bikinis?
people's websites anymore.
No, I look at their social media. I want to know, are you legit? And what do you stand for? What do you put out there? What's important to you? I don't even look at your business page on social media. I look at your personal page. I want to know you as a person. Because in any business, especially a sales business, what do people do? What did I just tell you in the car? They want to work with you if they know, like, and trust you.
Yep. And how do they, if they don't know you, how can they know you like really quick? And that's social media. Not off your website.
No, it's I mean, besides meeting someone in person, obviously that used to be the only way to really connect with someone.
And it's the best way.
It is.
But it's not always possible.
To scale, the culture, the society, the tech, it's changed since, we started in this business, 15 to 20 years ago between all of us, and we had to adapt. And I kind of refused to do that for most of my career. The first 12 years of my career, I kind of, got by my, by my family name and my resources and growing up here, and I really did the bare minimum, and I decided that I need to change, and I need to put myself out there, and it worked out.
Absolutely.
So you're telling me you evolved, right? That's the key. That's the key to every business. You evolve or die. And Jeremy evolved. And now what I like about Jeremy is he's actually teaching realtors and other business owners how to evolve through social media, how to do better, and how that benefits your clients, right, Daryl?
Well, and for anybody in sales, really, not just real estate agents, anybody in sales who's listening that doesn't believe in social media, doesn't like to do social media. Maybe they've got a page, but they don't post on it. But you really need to take what we're saying right now to heart, because no one knows what you do if you don't share it with them,
No,
right?
Exactly.
I mean,
it's out of mind, out of sight, out of mind. And before we started, I was like, I'm going to ask you something that no one really knows. You know, some skeletons. We'll get to that. But
The skeletons in the closet.
But I'll start with the truth is, and people would never know it. That's what I'm saying is that I fucking hated social media. I hated it.
When you first, I
I
when
hated
it first
when
came out.
There was no purpose to it. I hated it. It was a high school circle jerk popularity contest, and I hated it. And then I wallowed in that and kind of was stuck for years and years, even after social media came out. And
So
I
trying
saw
to sell real estate
and
without
I started looking at it different. I'm like, I'm going to turn something I fucking hate into something that's going to make me
useful,
strongly successful, connect with people, and really change lives in my own as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad you actually mentioned that, Jeremy, because I hear from people all the time. I hate social media. I hate social media. I hate social media. And I hate when people say that. And let me tell you why that I hate that.
I do
because
as well.
I feel like anything can be the way that how you perceive it is reality. So if you
or how
hate
you
something,
use it.
Yeah, it's reality. If you use it for bad, or if you use it, or if you use it when you're just mind numbing time, you're just scrolling because you're laying in bed. Okay, yeah, and you're taking time away from your family, you're taking time away from things that are important. But if you actually use social media for good, which I use social media to connect with a lot of my friends. I mean, I'm a very, very social butterfly. I can't be out with all 5,000 people every single month.
Right.
And so I use it to connect with my friends, my family. I get to see my friends that are pregnant, my friends that are having kids, my friends that are getting married, that are getting engaged, that are buying houses, that are building businesses. I get to promote my friends' businesses. They get to promote my business. I love social media. It's wonderful.
Absolutely. I mean, me personally, when social media first came out, I used it to just basically throw up on everybody and tell everybody how great I was.
Which I do think you're great, sir.
And it was,
I think you're wonderful.
it was
fair,
horrible.
Fair with you, Daryl.
And so I read the book from Gary Vee called Jab, 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 Right Hook.
Yeah.
Amazing book.
Yeah.
Changed.
He's one of my mentors. I kind of changed everything with my mindset.
Especially
as well.
when it comes to social media.
Yeah.
But then I learned to just give it all away. And instead of throwing up on everybody how great you are, like start helping people.
Yeah.
Start giving away what you know.
Yeah, I just lectured an agent. I met with her and we're discussing, joining my team and what she wanted to do with her career and if she's willing to put the work in or not. And she kept making these excuses and I was like, I'm not judging you. That was me. I was that guy.
Yeah.
But I was like, you need to learn how to turn lemons into lemonade.
Yes.
And that's what you guys are describing in my opinion. And that's what I hated it. I found a way. I was like, how can I make this work for me where and I kind of looked at it as a job and didn't take it personal anymore. And it's just like, I'm going to put who I am out there and people are going to either just discard it or they're going to love it. And I can live with that.
So speaking
and I finally
of that,
was okay with that.
So we had a girl on here, a woman, sorry, let me take that back. We had a woman on here, a great woman who is young, 30 years old, multimillionaire, has made her business through an MLM business, but she built it off of social media and she has 300,000 people in her downline. And it's a health and wellness business. And she was making $1 million a year before she was 29 years old. I think she was at 27. She started making $1 million a year off of social media. And she said the same thing. She was a Ukraine transplant. She wasn't a United States citizen originally. And she's like, I figured I'm going to put in the work for it. And what am I going to do? And Christina, you can go back and look at the podcast, is an amazing woman. She's now in her 30s, making 7 figures a year consistently 6-7 years in a row. Now she travels all over. Now she can have her kids and live her life. And she's.
But social media made that
social
possible.
media made it possible for her, and that's
where
what she
else
was saying.
can you reach that many people?
I mean, where can you do it?
With one video, you can talk to 1 million people.
Well, she does it from
that's insane.
home. She built her business. She's a multimillionaire by the age of 27, building her business from home, from her kitchen. She videos and puts on social media, and videos and posts on social media, and takes pictures and posts on social media. And I'm not taking anything away from her. She works her butt off. She works 60, 70 hours a week.
Yeah, you got to work.
I mean, she is working.
That's what.
But
Let me
she's
just say
putting in
right
the
now,
content.
for the agents that are watching,
Dun, 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 dun.
you can't just go post a few videos every week and then you're
Or a
going to
picture
sell
in a
$1 million
bathtub.
in real estate. And there's a lot of them out there that think you will.
No.
Every day for 73 months.
Yeah.
Ooh, wait, hold on. Let's get into that,
every day,
Jeremy.
sometimes several times a day.
Tell me what I have to do for 73 months.
Let's
Tell
hear
me.
that.
Jeremy, give it to me.
How I got to which I'm going to give you my numbers because the numbers are the numbers, and
I love it.
because it's proof of concept, and what I could, if I can do it, anyone else can do it, and I mean that's not a line. And so you put yourself out organically, sincerely, and some people are not going to connect with you. We talked about how the subconscious connection. Do they trust you? Do they like you?
But that's true in the real world, not just in social media. You're not going to make everyone happy.
You cannot fool the subconscious. You put it out there, and so I've done in the last 6.5 years. Over 250 videos, 1 to 7 minutes.
Wow.
I've done over 9,000 IG, Facebook story
Reels,
clips.
yeah.
And that's what it took. And I didn't make any money for 8 months, the first 8 months doing it.
So hold on, I want to stop you right here. Don't
Another
lose
good
track.
point.
Don't lose track, because this is important. I want to stop this because I want people to really understand what you just said. What I heard you just say, Jeremy, is that you put in the work. And I think a lot of people, because your social media is fun and it's outgoing and it's playful, I think a lot of people don't understand how much hard work. I didn't know the hard work that you just said.
And it's normal. You shouldn't put all the times you get shit on and told fuck yourself on the social media.
Yeah.
That's not the purpose of it.
But I'm glad that you
depressing.
shared that. I'm glad that you shared that, because people need to see the actual work you're putting in behind the scenes.
240 days of consistent videos grinding. Not one lead came from that. Is basically what you just said.
Nothing.
And so many agents do this for 2 weeks and think, oh, this isn't working.
Wait, hold on now.
And no one had ever done what I was doing before, which I do take credit for, because there's real estate videos before, but I was the first in the country to take his iPhone 6 at the time and do a one-take, unedited property walk.
Because that was before the 1 minute videos and the reels and the TikTok and all that stuff.
All of that. With me speaking in the foreground and the real estate is a value demonstration in the background. Before that, there have been amazing real estate videos and some great stuff, but there's no connection.
Like high production stuff.
So, speaking of that really quick, because another one, and I know you've been on his podcast and you've been on his podcast, and he's a good buddy of mine, Chuckits.
Yes. Oh.
Another one, he did it amazing just like that. And, that's what I want to really harp on that, because we're having leaders of what they're doing, Chuckits and Jeremy, leaders of what they're doing, and they're building a brand and they're building a business behind it. So who better to learn from? So keep going, Jeremy. I didn't want to take the spotlight there.
No, I appreciate it. So I started doing that in months and then years, and then I got noticed after 2 years plus, and then HGTV reached out to me, said,
I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Said, hey, we see what you're doing on social media. We want to do a new show here in Vegas and a couple other cities called Pool Hunters.
Yep, I remember that.
Be a part of that. I'm like, yes, I do.
Yeah.
And so
you don't say no to HGTV.
And so what did I do when I shot, and it was one of the scariest things I've probably ever done in my life, because to that point I created something no one else had done, and I was very comfortable with that, and it was completely different for television. First, it's multiple takes, heavily edited. You have to rely on someone else to make you look good. When I was doing
and you spend 6 hours for a 5-minute take.
One take unedited, the complete opposite. One take unedited.
Yep.
All I have is me to make me look good and sell me. Yeah. I was fucking terrified the first day, and then I got more comfortable by the end. I was like, okay, now I can shoot for television as well. But like,
awesome.
you could probably, they definitely saw it on set. Yeah. Like you said, it was a terrifying experience, but it taught me a lot.
Yeah.
Well, and one thing, and I don't want to spill the tea, so we'll keep this between you and I, Jeremy, and just everyone who's listening.
Yeah.
But there's a well-known company, we won't drop any names, but there's a well-known firm in town who offered Jeremy a 7-figure salary to run their social media. I mean, that's how powerful this guy is. 7-figure. You guys, that's a lot of zeros. Can you count those zeros really quick? And so, I mean, I'm just telling you, this guy knows what he's doing. People aren't out there trying to pay you millions of dollars a year if you don't know what you're doing.
And it wasn't real estate related either.
It was not real estate related.
This works for any
business
owner,
anybody,
any business owner, any entrepreneur. Yep. This will work if you put the work in, and of course, do it the right way. Why wait? It took me 69 months to get there. I can do it with you for 6 to 9 months.
And even though, and I was saying something else too. And even though obviously you can reach more people with paid ads through social media, but everything we're talking about right now, completely 100% you can do.
It's free. It's organic.
Yes,
which is insane.
So
I mean, how do you ignore that?
Well, and I want to just retouch on something one more time to make sure that people really understand. Again, we're not saying that you guys are going to post one video tomorrow and you're going to be an overnight success, and some business is going to come to you and say, let me pay you $2 million a year.
We're not
even
going to say you're going to post one video for the next 3 months.
No, I want people to understand, and I want to re-hit that stat that I gave you.
Yeah.
A well-known company in my city of Las Vegas offered Jeremy Lewis millions of dollars per year to run their social media because of what this guy did for years before that. So it's like the farmer. Let's talk about this. When you plant a seed, you don't harvest your vegetables the next day. You don't harvest your vegetables the next week. Nope. You plant a seed, and you have to. And I'm not a farmer, you guys, so please. But you got to turn the soil.
But every day you got to take care of it.
Yeah, exactly. But you got to harvest it, right? You got to harvest it, and you got to keep planting, and you got to keep growing.
Take 5 or 6 months
water
to
it,
get
you got to love on it.
Yeah.
So
and some years were not good, and some were better. But like you said, after 5-6 years, actually, when COVID happened, everyone retreated, and rightfully so, were scared to death. But then after 2 weeks, I was like, to be honest with you, I was like, fuck this. And I started getting out in the field and doing what I normally did.
What you do.
And I became essential
Yeah.
during that time.
Yep.
I really did. And people saw that, and they're like, if I can do it, and
you
from what
gave
people
them
told me, and I
confidence.
really changed my life, and it gave me more,
That's awesome.
strength to go forward. They're like, you show me that I didn't have to be afraid to go back out
That's
there.
great.
Literally.
Yeah.
Not psychologically, literally afraid anymore. And they're like,
Yeah.
thank you for doing that. And I was like, what'd I do?
Well, I
awesome.
remember us, like, I never went home one day.
Yeah,
I was at the office every day doing
we don't want to have anybody
videos.
in there, and Daryl was like, "No, we're going to keep coming to the office." I'm like,
that
"Well, if there's
gives
nobody
people
here, we're just going to
confidence.
go." Yeah,
Yeah.
You gave people
because
confidence.
Yeah.
because let's circle this back a little bit here of what we do, and I mean, we joke and we play and we have fun, and again, this social media, what we're talking about, it could be any type of business out there, you guys. I believe it needs to be all businesses out there. Literally, my plastic surgeon. On social media, he shows he shows his
Right.
work. Here's the before breast aug. Here's after breast aug.
Right.
Okay, so everybody's on there, right? So, but let's get serious for a second. What we do for a living, it really is essential. I mean, we put people, we achieve their American dream. We help them get there. We help them have money to pay off. I had a girl pay off her student loans. We have people buy a house because they want to get married and have kids. We have people sell houses because they're getting divorced and need to get out of a bad marriage. We have people that are moving for the military because they're defending our country. We have people that are achieving, their steps of making that generational growth of their wealth. And it's so important. So if we can grow that.
But it's not only that we're essential. We are true professionals.
We are.
And that has gotten lost. I think most of it got lost in 2008, 9, 10. Like
It did.
It got ruined. Our name got ruined. If you look on a lot of my marketing, I always say trying to bring the professionalism back to the realtor
And I
logo.
agree with that. And
Yeah.
I was guilty of that as well. I made millions of dollars in those years.
Well, it
And
was
I
hard not to. Right? I
True.
mean,
If you knew what you're
If
doing,
you
you
were
know what you're
working.
doing,
you know what
If
you're
you're
doing
working.
and know how the system works. Again, I'm born and raised in Vegas, and my family, my father, grandfather, uncles, and cousins, Lewis Holmes family built 31,000 homes
yeah. Wow.
in town from 76 to 01. And
I
so
do
I was
remember
20
that.
years old in college, and they told me I already put 12 years into the company. At 8 years old, they had me digging foundations. I went to concrete, framing,
Wow.
stucco.
I love it.
So that's your
HVAC.
Jeremy,
family,
we didn't know
Lewis.
this story.
Yeah,
I didn't know
so by-
that.
So by
Yeah.
12 years old, honestly, I knew more and still do, in my opinion,
About
than
real estate.
most general contractors
Yeah.
do about building a house.
See, and
so
that's
I
such
already
a
put
good
12
background.
years in, with my family, and they sold the company for, in the billions, $1.2 billion.
What year was that?
01 to
Okay.
KB Homes, and I threw the biggest bitch fit you ever heard because I already put 12 years in the company, and
Yeah.
now I had to figure out
Starting
something
new.
else. And
Yeah.
I wasn't
Starting
gonna, I wasn't gonna wait, for my, my sizable trust fund for my father to die.
Yeah.
To that's not the
'Cause
way
you were
I
so
wanted
young,
to live even
too.
then. Well,
Yeah.
regardless, I don't want to live like that, but I had to find another way. And it was another 3 years of finishing college and then trying to, what can I fucking do with my life now that what I planned on for literally a dozen years.
So you had planned on going to work for Lewis Holmes.
Yeah, exactly.
Being
Taking
exec-
over
yeah.
the next
but to
generation.
circle back to social media, that's exactly what the story you just told
Yeah.
is exactly how you can build a business on social media at any age, honestly. You can build it through the internet at any age. I mean, there's 8-year-olds getting paid millions of dollars right now for opening toys online. And you
yeah.
can build a business if you know what to do and you get the traction out there. And people are so afraid of it. And this is one of the things I don't understand. And I'll pass it to you, Daryl and Jeremy. I don't know why people are afraid of social media. Here's the thing. Hold on. I'm going to drop the mic
I
for
got my
everybody. Are you guys ready?
opinion
Are you guys ready for this?
Do it. Do
Here's
this
the
shit.
thing. However you look is how you look. However you sound, I don't sound. I'm not a singer, you guys. I know you're surprised. I have a squeaky kind of funny
Wait,
voice.
what?
But guess what?
I've heard
how
the
I
same.
sound is how I sound.
how you sound.
How I look is how I look. Sometimes my butt looks big. Sometimes my thighs look big. Sometimes my hair be looking good. Sometimes it doesn't. But guess what? You just got to get past that. People tell me all the time, I don't want to do video. I don't look good on video. I don't know what to say. Just be natural. And here's one other new thing. So we have a videographer on our team. For our team, for all of our agents, because that's how much we believe in social
He's sitting
media.
right here.
He's sitting right here in our podcast room. And there is a lot of times where, you could ask him, 90% of the time I do a one shoot take. He doesn't edit my videos very often. It doesn't matter if I have a little slip up or I don't have to make my video be perfect either because I want people to know I'm a person.
Exactly,
So if I
the
fumble
real.
a word or if I misspeak something or I give whatever, obviously as long as the details, the address, the price is correct, market stats are correct.
Yeah.
But I'm a person. It's okay. I used to be like super wanting it edited and perfect. And I'm like, I don't like how my hair looks. Now I'm like, one shoot, 60 seconds, we're done, post it. I mean, he's like, do you want to see it first? I'm like, no, it's okay. Just post it because it's okay to be natural,
sure.
right? Don't be afraid.
So you're a Gary Vee fan,
For sure.
okay, like me. And I just got back from Manhattan. I went with Steve Sims.
Who's going to be on our
who are gonna
podcast
be on
tomorrow?
in a few days.
Exciting.
Yeah. So I went to. He had a little.
Lucky I'm before him. It's hard to.
He had one of his. He had one of his speakeasy events there in Manhattan.
You guys, Steve Sims is
And,
famous.
Gary V's man, D-Rock. You know D-Rock.
Yeah, I know what that is.
His
So,
man.
and no one ever sees him, right? He's always talking about D-Rock.
Right.
Yeah.
So one of his guests, it was a special guest. None of us knew who it was. And it was D-Rock. And exactly what you're saying right now. Everybody in that room said, well, if you could give us like one thing about social media, like what would it be? And he's like,
Just
nobody
freaking do it.
gives a fuck how you look or what, like they're not judging you. They don't
How you
care.
sound.
Stop worrying about what you look like. Stop worrying about your content. Give it away. Just the content's content. They'll watch you look at your phone. If you want to eat eggs, like there's people out there that'll watch you eat eggs. Like stop worrying about yourself so much. And I think that's what prevents a lot of people. They're worried about what they look like.
It's definitely fear, and people don't know how to start, and they're afraid, and everyone wants to be honest with you, they see people that have been doing it for a long time. Not even myself, but like,
so they want to
like that.
live up to those like people.
I tell them, go to my first video in 2016. I'm scared shitless. I'm literally, my eyes are like this.
Oh my God. Go to my YouTube
there.
video.
Like, I left it
You
on
guys
there
go to
for
my
a
YouTube
reason.
videos. I have YouTube
I
videos
am
from
ours.
2010, 2012, you guys. My YouTube videos, grainy as
Yeah.
shit. They weren't great. I wasn't super polished. Like, probably didn't have lipstick done.
When me and you
come
started
on.
first doing the American Dream.
Yeah.
I remember we were scared.
Yeah, we were
because it was
scared. We were
TV.
like,
It was
what
like
do
we're
I
in a
do?
studio.
Yeah,
like,
and we were on an actual
I
TV
was
show, a network TV show.
freaked
Yeah,
out of my mind.
I was
Yeah.
actually, to your point, I was actually filming with Shane Wynn for a few years ago. He asked me to do a video for him he's running for the LVR board. It was like the second time, and did it for the first, in 2019. I think it's 2020, and he's like, you must be making a fortune. I'm like, he's like, I'm not doing all right. He's like, no, I know. He's like, everyone thinks that success and confidence comes from money. He's like, no, it comes from put the work in. He's like, I've seen you put all this work in. He's like, so I know you're making all the money, and it shows.
yeah.
That's
and
awesome.
so I was like, and it's true. And I've told everyone it was a great a line, more than a line. And I tell people, like, my confidence doesn't come from money or like I've made millions and lost it. And like you said, my confidence came from getting better and putting the work in and not being like, okay, this
Doing
is
it
as
every day.
gets.
Because now you have the knowledge. See, and that's what I tell people too. Like, I have been told, which I hope this is a compliment, you guys. I don't know. But people will say, oh, you can walk into a room, Jillian, you can own the room, you can work the room. It's from the confidence of the knowledge. I know that nobody is going to outspeak me when it comes to the knowledge base in my field. Now, if you come to me and ask me about being a cardiologist, or you come to me and ask me about crypto, or you come to me and ask me about cars, or you come and ask me about being a hairdresser, I don't have the knowledge or the skill set in those fields because that's not what I do. But I'm an expert in the real estate industry.
Estate, yeah.
And so 3,500 homes sold, millions made, millions sold for clients, billions of sold for clients. And so when you ask me about that, I know my field, and that's how you walk in, your confidence. So let's segue really quick to an event that we are doing, because you guys, we want you at our event.
Yes.
Daryl Hannah, my business partner, has been a renowned speaker. He spoke at many, many events. I'm actually going to be speaking at this upcoming event. Jeremy Lewis is going to be there hosting and speaking at the event. There's the flyers right behind Jeremy. I'm going to tell you guys about it, then I'm going to segue it over to Jeremy. But what we're going to do is we're going to teach you guys, and I don't care if it's just real estate, but it's any business, but especially real estate, how to build a recession-proof business. You guys, we might be going into a recession. I think the real estate market
already are in a recession.
Yeah, but I think the real estate market is going to be fine. We've been fine 9 out of 10 of last real estate recessions, or recessions have not been real estate recessions, so we're fine. But this event's going to be September 1st. It's going to be 11:30 to 1:30 at Celebrity Home Loans. Robert Coomer is going to be there. My boy, James Steerett's going to be there. He is one of the CSOs of Simplest. They're a software company. You guys want to come, learn all about them. They have amazing software, blow your mind, will really help you with your clients. Yep. We have Jeremy's Ashcon, who's his lead social media director.
Yes, he's created all my professional videos, everything that I've done, for the last 3 years.
That's awesome.
He helped create my 5-hour online course that I created during COVID. At
to help
20
the
hours
realtors?
of shooting, teach realtors how I get business, especially in that time.
So
It was
and then
essential.
you're also going to have your real estate expert panel, which is going to be myself,
Yes.
Jillian Batchelor, and it's going to be the Boakley brothers. You have
Yeah.
Jesse Richards and Landon Boakley. They're amazing. You guys are luxury flippers in town.
Amazing.
Love those guys. Their work is clean as could be. You're going to want to be at this panel. So again, Celebrity Home Loans, when we drop this podcast, we're going to go ahead and put a link on there. You can sign up. It's free to come. Jeremy, tell me really quick, 2 things why they should be there.
Well, first reason they should be there is that regardless of how much business you're doing or money you're making, you could be making more, and you need to recession and inflation proof your business.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean that, not just having one source of business, whether that be you get your business from referrals or open houses or online sources, Zillow, Realtor.com, Google SEO, whatever the case. You need to have social media as well. You need to have, like you said, it needs to be all of the above, because those are all temporary to some degree.
Well, 1 or 2 of them can always disappear.
And they cost you money.
Yeah.
And so no one can take away your own essence. No one can take that from me, whether it doesn't matter what real estate
True.
brokerage I go to, what broker I work for, what team I'm on or not team I'm on. It doesn't matter. I am the lead. I don't pay for leads, and it gives me an enormous amount of power where I don't have to answer to anyone, and I can really put myself out there, and people reach out to me. And you wouldn't believe what that does for real.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
To your confidence.
Yeah.
I don't call strangers all day long and get told no.
Yeah.
That is, like I said, I'm a confident guy. I've done it for years and years, but it wears on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get people reaching out to me.
Yeah.
Telling me they want me.
And that's the turn of the tables of what everybody wants. When you're right, Daryl, it's like you want to build a referral-based business, which is how you recession-proof your business, which is people reaching out to you. Daryl's been harping on that for years.
I hate buying leads. I hate
Right.
it. You have to when you're a team leader.
Yeah.
And you have to provide leads
do.
to your
And
agents.
so- and-
but I'm
and
trying
so-
to
and
teach
so
them.
do I.
You should be able to get away 100% from buying leads and
Build
just
a recession-proof
just take care of the
business.
people that are in your
it
sphere.
It takes time, but that's
It
why
takes time,
that's why
yeah.
that's why I've been doing this for over a year, and that's why I wanted Jillian to do this, because she's a great example of this. Case in point, since July 1st, I've gotten $11.14 million in business listings and buyers from 85% from social media.
That's
I've been doing this a
amazing.
long time. So 15% were from referral.
Yeah.
That's twice as much as I've ever gotten in my 18-year career.
Wow.
I've
That's
never
amazing.
gotten that much business in 1 month. Is about $5.5 million. I doubled
Because
that.
Jeremy, once you start this ball rolling, once people get their business up and going, they understand social media, they understand what they're supposed to be posting, what they're supposed to be doing out there, then it's like a train. You can't stop a train.
Right.
And so
And it just becomes consistency. And you just gotta-
consistency, yes.
Yeah.
You
Like
can't give
everyone's
up.
worried.
You
Yeah,
can't give
everyone's
up.
worried. Interest rates, this and that. No one can take away your essence. There's still people that want to work with people that
They're drawn
aren't
to
scared,
it.
that
Yeah.
are professionals, that have seen ups and downs and don't shy away from working their fucking ass off.
Well, I'm
in my
glad-
opinion.
I'm glad you actually
and
said
that's
that, though.
That's why I got the business, to be honest.
Because all of us in this room have been in the business each about 20-ish years, right?
Yep.
And we have seen interest rates. So I'm glad you tapped. I just want to touch on that for 2 seconds.
Please.
You've seen interest rates. I've seen them when they were 7%, 8%, 9%. I've seen them when people had seconds. Their first mortgage was an 8%. Their second mortgage
Yeah.
was like a 12%. And guess what happened? You know what happened, Daryl? What happened? People still bought homes.
Well, that's why I try to not to even listen to it.
It doesn't matter what the
You
interest
know,
rate
oh my
is.
God, rates are going up. I'm like, just come on. The ball's going to keep rolling. People are still going to have to sell their house. People are still going to have to buy, no matter where the rates are. Yeah, sometimes it affects it a little bit more for just a short period of time.
Yeah, short period.
But
you're right.
but it becomes the new norm at some point, right? People are not going to not buy houses for the end of time because they went up to 5 or 6%.
You guys, people are still going to buy homes.
Yeah.
They're still going to sell homes. In fact, you guys, rates are somewhere in the 5s right now, low 5s. That is a freaking great interest rate, you guys. That's an amazing interest rate. Jeremy bought a home, it was 7%. I bought a home, it was 7%. Daryl bought a home, it was 7, 8%. We have all bought homes, and the interest rates were much higher. And those, actually, 7 and 8% is still
But take a
historically
look
good
at how
rate.
much.
Right.
Take a look at how much money 6 months ago you had to come out of pocket to guarantee a seller on a low
50
appraisal.
grand above appraisal.
Take that money that you don't have to use now.
Buy your rate down.
And buy your rate down.
And pay your
Exactly.
closing costs and buy, buy.
and have the seller do it.
Yeah, and have them
Exactly.
pay for it.
You can
You guys,
negotiate
because
now.
now you can do it.
Back
Now
to a
you
normal
can
market. You
You
negotiate.
couldn't do that before.
Yeah.
So I just want to say
100%.
one more thing. I want to say how grateful I am that I actually was asked to be on this panel, because being a woman in real estate, it is statistically a male-driven business. The men are generally at the top. Now,
I
here's,
have to agree. I'm a little jealous though.
okay, so here's a funny fact, you guys. Here's a funny fact. There are more women in the real estate industry than there are men.
True.
Nationwide.
Yeah.
But 90% of the millionaire real estate agents are men. Very few are women, which is a fact that I want to
90%?
turn. 90% of the male real estate agents that are millionaires
Wow, I didn't think it
male.
would be that high.
It is. So even though there are more women in the real estate business, the ones that are making the vast majority of the money are men. So I have been told for years and years that I'm the number one woman in real estate in Las Vegas, which is a title I really am holding on to tight. I'm not going to let anybody take that from me. But I say that as jokingly because I really am humbled by the fact that I get to be on this panel with these amazing men. I get to sit on this Vegas Real Talk show with my glorious business partner, Daryl Hannah. But the Pkwy brothers, I mean, they've built a huge name for themselves. They do amazing property. They're younger than me, and they're killing it out there.
Yeah,
then,
killing it.
You know, then you have, again, Robert Coomer. Everybody knows him. Great lender, Celebrity Home Loans. Then you have, obviously, we talked about Jeremy Lewis. No other introduction needs for him. You have James Sterrett, who is, I mean, this guy is like a savant genius, is he not? I mean, you talk to this guy, and you're like, wait, is it the beautiful mind? What's happening here? I'm trying to follow.
Easy, Russell
trying to
Crowe.
follow what's going on. Exactly. And then we're going to hear from Ashcon, who's going to tell us what we need to do for our social media. So I am super humbled, Jeremy, that you've asked me to be on this panel. The Pkwy's have asked me to be on this panel, sitting alongside with them. I love these guys. So I'm telling you this for those of you out there. Because if you are a woman in real estate and you're thinking, how do I crack in?
Or a man.
I have people reach out.
Yeah.
But I'm also I'm speaking to the women for a minute.
Yeah, I know, but
And I'm
there's men
saying,
out there wondering
come
too.
out, let me show you what I did. I started in this business at 18 years old in real estate. I started in a title company. At 20, I got licensed. At 21, I was Rookie of the Year and made a ton of money and then led teams and had teams, didn't have teams, had agents, had staff, had everything. Now I have the best partner in the world. He's going to be with me forever until one of us dies.
Glorious.
Death do us apart.
That's a lot of
So
pressure.
death do us apart. But we're not married. We're just business partners. He has a beautiful, stunning wife.
Yes, I do.
And so, yes, but this is my business partner. And I'm very lucky to be here with you and be here with Jeremy. So I just want to say my little thanks.
I love it.
Jeremy, one more thing. Tell people how they can register. We're going to put the link.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
Tell
going
them
to put
how
all
they
the
can-
information on the video too.
Tell them how they can register.
So you can register by going to my Instagram on my bio and clicking the link there. It's free to register.
What's your Instagram handle?
It's Jeremy Lewis Vegas Realtor.
Okay.
Is my Instagram handle. Or you can go to Jillian's
Yep.
page.
Yep, I'll have it on
You
my
can go
page,
To any
too.
of the
the
panelists
Pkwy brothers.
page.
You can go
reach
to
out
James
whoever
Sterrett's place.
to register. It's a free event. We're having it catered. First American Title's kind enough to do
So
that.
we'll have some food.
Yeah,
learn
gonna be
some-
food. So, and the structure. The second reason why you need to be there is because no one got to anywhere a place of success, in my opinion, on their own.
Nope.
That's true.
I was doing these events on my own for a while, and I decided, hey, people can learn. It's good what they're learning from me. I do think it's essential, and I mean that outside of myself. But I need to include other people that are doing different things than me, as well as doing things the same as me, but not the same.
Yeah, but we
Yeah.
all
So
teach
people can get different perspectives. Like
Yeah.
I said, people are going to be able to connect with Jillian and what she's doing on social media and
100%.
more than me for various reasons. I don't care why. We all need to level up together. And I tell this, my bachelor's is in history. And I tell this at most of my events that we all need to hang together because otherwise we're going to hang separately.
Yeah. And that's true because, and you know
like
what, and
that.
I hope that each one of us that's on this panel learns something from everybody.
Oh, yeah.
I always learn when
100%.
I'm on a panel with somebody. I'm going to take
Right.
something from Jesse. I'm going to take something from Landon. I'm going to take something from James. I'm going to take something from Robert, from Jeremy. I'm going to take something from everybody. And I hope my entire team is there supporting this event because I think it's going to be great to grow their business. I hope all of you that are watching this, I mean, let's pack the room. Let's do standing room only. You guys, COVID's
Yes,
gone.
and
Let's do standing room
I
only.
get off on a tangent. You know, the reason usually all the events prior to this that I've done, the masterminds and lunch and learns, have been just people, the panel, myself, and other experts speaking up front. But we're going to be doing that for an hour so people can get to know you, and then we're going to break it down for an hour. So it's like whoever
Love
they want
that.
to talk to the most. They want to talk to Robert Coomer about finance. They want to talk to Jillian Batchelor about building their team or social media, et cetera, based on what.
So you're going
she
to do like
said.
breakout
or me.
things.
Regardless,
Okay.
you want to ask me, you want me to show you how to do X, Y, or Z. You want to know how do you get started with content creation on a whole nother level with my executive producer, Ashkan. Or you want to know, I want to get a website
Yeah.
for my to build my real estate career, to talk
Love
to James
this.
Stewart with Simple List.
That's awesome.
So you're going to get to go to whoever you want. There's going to be another hour on top of that. You can eat. Like you said, you go to whoever you want to go first, move around, get the most out of it. I
Love
think it's
this.
going to be a fucking
I
game
think it's going to be
changer.
amazing. You guys, if you're not there, I,
mean, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with your
doubt
business,
about
but you
that.
need to be there. So again, September 1st, 11:30 to 1:30, Celebrity Home
Yeah.
Loans. We're going to put the link in here. You guys can go to my Instagram. We're going to put on Daryl's. We're going to put on Jeremy Lewis. And at the end, let's wrap this up. Daryl Hannah, what would you like to say, my beautiful business partner? How would you like to end this?
I just want to say how grateful I am to be in your partner.
Oh, I love love you, partner.
that's lovely.
Oh, besties forever.
Oh, man.
So I know it's a love fest in here, you
Take
guys.
the
It's a
camera
love
off me.
fest.
I'm about to get emotional.
But yes, because to Jeremy's point though, nobody ever built a successful business by themselves. It takes a village. I have a partner. Jeremy's my good friend. We've been friends for many years. I love him what he does. I want to support him. I want to support myself and learn what I can learn from Jeremy. And I want to support my team and help them learn and grow as well. So you guys, this is Jillian Batchelor again signing off with Daryl Hannah from Vegas Real Talk.
Thank you for tuning in, guys.
We appreciate it. And
Thank you,
Jeremy
Jeremy.
Lewis,
Yeah, thank
we
you
appreciate
guys.
it. We'll see you
Appreciate
guys
it.
next week.